Good morning. This is Robert Goodman here on TikTok, Confessions of My Recovery. I'm so happy that you're here and that I can share some of my recovery with you. You know, people have been asking me to talk about relationships in recovery. And so, since I've been constantly getting this feedback about that, I'm going to share about my relationship and recovery. First, let me get the base. I have to give you the foundation. Recovery taught me to live life on life's terms. Recovery taught me to do the next right thing. Recovery taught me to not let people, places, or things divert me from my primary purpose of staying clean and sober. That's my foundation for my recovery. Now, relationship. When I enter into the relationship with my wife, I made a conscious decision that I want to be with her. Now, in the beginning of a relationship, everybody puts their best foot forward. We show the best that we can bring to the relationship. This is what we do. Everybody does this. This is something that's not unknown. Uh, and this is what each person does. But as time goes on, and we say that this is the person that we want to be with, and we don't see ourselves without this person, then we start to show everything about ourselves. And this is where we get the reality is that the person that we're with is not perfect. They're not perfect. And how I can explain this is that, okay, in the beginning, a woman will get dressed to go to bed. She's putting her best foot forward. She's going to look sexy. She's going to smell so beautiful. She's going to come to bed looking like this. And a man is going to make sure that he is coming to bed looking his best. And but as time goes on, we make a conscious decision that this is the person we're going to be together with, then we don't do that all the time. We just do the normal when we're by ourselves. So now the person is getting to see our genuine self, how we operate and how we be each and every day. So this is an awakening. Okay, now the perfect person that we try to present ourselves, now it falls back and we just be who we are. See, and in my case, when I made a conscious decision that I want to be with this woman, then that was it. I was willing to accept her good points and her bad points. That no matter what goes down the pipe, that the end result we will always be together. And my recovery taught me that I'm an imperfect person. Robert, you've made so many mistakes. You duped yourself for 40 years in addiction. You thought that you was doing the right thing until you just destroyed everything that you love and stood for. And then you received a new way of living in recovery and you built yourself a new life because your old life and family and connections was gone and you was totally alone in your addiction. But in recovery, you built yourself friends and a new family. So you know that you have to keep the focus on yourself to make good decisions in your relationship. So what I've learned is that I have to take the cotton out my ears and put it in my mouth and listen to my partner. I have to listen to my woman. I have to listen to her when she's upset. I have to listen to her when she's not upset, when she's expressing herself. I must listen to her. And by me listening, I understand who she is and what she stands for. If I'm constantly commenting on what she's saying, I'm not hearing her. I'm not hearing her expressions. I'm not hearing her feelings. I'm not hearing what she's passionate about and what she believes in. But if I just listen, I learn her good points and her bad points. And if she listens to me, she learns my good points and my bad points. Now, we're learning this with each other. Now, just because things may not go your way all the time, it's not the end of the world because we are imperfect people and we make mistakes. And we must learn how to not give attention to the mistake, but attention to the solution of the problem. Everybody's going to make mistakes. That's not what's important, but what we do after the mistake, that's what's important. So now we learned to live together. See, we had to learn to live together. We had to learn because we were both grown. We both been living a certain way in our lives. We went from addiction to recovery and we built a life for ourselves. So we found a new way of living, and this is what works for us. Now we're in a relationship. Now we must be able to live together. Now, there's certain things that I have to do to continue to be who I am today. So I have to stand on that. Just like there's certain things that she has to do to continue being who she is and that she stands on and believes in. So in a relationship, when it's new, we must listen to each other, allow each other to express their feelings, their desires, and their needs, and how things make them feel. See, and when we do that, that lets the other person know that whatever's going on, that they have someone that's willing to listen to them and understand how they feel. You don't have to agree with their decision making, but the point is, this is someone you love, so you must listen. You must take the time to listen to them and understand what they're going through. See, and when you listen to them, then you understand what's hurting them, what they need help in, what they need support in. They may need hug just because they're going through some things that is hitting them because women are emotional and they want to feel heard. They want to feel heard. They want to express their feelings about the situation. And when you're working together, her input, she sees things that you don't see, and you see things that she don't see. So if you both sit down and have a conversation, you're both covering your both asses, and you're keeping your relationship sound and true. Another thing, what goes on in your house is nobody's business. You don't get on there and you say, "Oh man, my woman, man, she be doing this to me and that, man. I don't understand why." Once you do that, you're bringing someone else into your relationship, into your business. Now, when you bring a third party into, now if you're a man bringing your homie, your friend, your buddy into your relation, giving your information about what's going on between you, your wife, or you and your girlfriend, then he's going to have his own opinion about what's going on. Now, if he approaches your wife and said, "I don't know why you, but no, but he does that, he doing this," and you be like, "Oh, really? Oh, I'm just tired." And then you console her. You start to have feelings for her because of her situation. Now you're gonna go against your homie because you feel like you can help her in her situation, or you may feel like you're better suited to be her partner than your friend. But the bottom line is you're bringing someone else into your immediate family, your relationship. And the issue is that it's up to you two to solve the problem. It's not up to nobody else. Y'all two live in the same house together, so it's up to y'all to solve the problem. But it's nobody else's business about your relationship. Y'all need to sit down and have a conversation. Y'all need to talk honestly to each other without feelings and emotions by pointing fingers or throwing mud. You can't get nothing accomplished if you keep throwing mud because she has enough ammunition on mistakes that you made that she can throw at you. He's got enough ammunition on mistakes to throw at you. And if you keep throwing that, you're not solving the problem, you're just deflecting. You're not getting nothing done. If anything, you're building a wedge between the two of you. And you won't have a sound relationship. The formula that I use is if I cover my wife's back, she covers my back, we're both covered. It's real simple for complicated people. So I cover her back. And by me doing that, I know when she's upset. I understand when she's keeping the secret that she just is just messing with her. I know that it is. So I make myself available so she can express herself when she chooses to express herself to let me know what's going on. See, and the more you allow her to be who she is, the more she will navigate to you and let you know what's going on with her. That's by taking the cotton out your ears and putting it in your mouth and listen. You may have to stop what you're doing to listen because at that particular point, it may be overwhelming for that person. So they are coming to you and they're sharing, and it seems like it's babbling, but they have an issue going on with themselves that they're just sharing what's going on. And nine times out of 10, when we hear ourselves express our true feelings about a situation, we usually find the answer to the problem. But the other person, all they have to do is just listen. Just listen. This is Robert Goodman here on TikTok, Keeping It Real with My Recovery. We're talking about relationships today, and I'm glad that you came here and you're part of my recovery. I'm glad that you're part of my live stream here. Like I said, in March, we will be going live again, and we'll be doing a little bit different. We'll be doing, have people coming in, and we'll just be talking about each questions about people bring up about situations, and we're going to keep it about recovery and make it stay focused on recovery. So until so in March, this is what we're doing. Our next, all our videos now will be confessions of my recovery. Not keeping it real anymore. We're going to do confessions of my recovery. Okay, so I'm happy that you're here, and let me get back to it. Relationships. That's why in recovery, they say at least don't get into a relationship in the first year. The reason why is so you can focus on yourself, get yourself together, get some distance between addiction and some time in recovery. So you form a daily plan of living your life on life's terms, how you're going to work and save money, how you put yourself in a position so you can date someone or meet someone, take them out, where you're willing to build a future with someone, where y'all make a 5-year plan that y'all can work to achieve being together the right way, not the doping way. The doping way is a bag, a drink, a hotel room, and lying to ourselves. And when the stuff runs out, we go our merry way. But a real relationship takes time, takes commitment, and it also means being honest with yourself and your partner. So you got to give yourself some time so you're in a position that you can be a productive person in the relationship, not not selling a dream like you did in your addiction, but an honest, sound relationship. The same type of energy you give to your recovery is the same type of energy you give to your relationship. And here's the thing, when you make a conscious decision that you're going to love and be there for this person, and when people see that you are truly happy, the people are jealous. They get jealous of you because people that don't have that level of happiness and commitment in a relationship, they are truly jealous that they wish that they have what you have. And you must understand that. And then there's some people that rather you not have be in a relationship because they like the relationship the way it was. And now you got somebody now they come in now, you're showing your attention and your love towards this person, and they feel that they're missing out, which is untrue, but we're human, so we do we do have feelings. So when you made a decision that this is the person you want to be with, then it's we, it's not I anymore. It's not. It's not I, it's we. So you work and make sound decisions together. In the relationship, whatever she's good in, that's what she takes the lead in. Whatever you're good in, you take the lead in. And the things that you're in between, you'll both make a sit down and have a decision making about it to make a sound decision. See, the whole thing in a nutshell is that you'll operate as one. And by you operating as one, things will get done. And it'll be for the best. And you'll get, come out with this best solution to the situation. And that's what you want. And and my, I mean, I remember my great grandmother told me this when I was young. She says, "I don't know why men cheat on women because all women are have the same thing, and as long as a woman takes a takes a bath and put some vinegar in there, a man will still enjoy himself without no issues." So I mean, she made good sense. They do, I mean, really they do. But here's the thing. See, I built a relationship with my wife. We good together. We understand each other. We give each other our personal space. We working on the same goals. We're on a team. We share our accomplishments, our disappointments, and we talk to each other about everything. We talk about politics, religion, everything. We don't agree on everything, but that does not diminish our love. See, just because we disagree doesn't mean that we don't love each other. This is just our opinion. This is what our belief. This is what we stand for. So don't take it like, oh man, you're supposed to believe what I say. I know what's going on. So you believe that that means you don't love. No, that's just what she believes. That has nothing to do with your love. Real talk. It's just like me and my wife was watching a movie and we disagreed on the outcome in the situation. And we argued about it off and on, but it doesn't mean that I stopped loving her. That was her point of view, and I was expressing my point of view. And the interesting thing is that when we stopped arguing about it, I kind of understood where she was coming from. She just kept pushing one particular point she wouldn't let go. And I was particularly pushing a point that I wouldn't let go. And basically, the in between stuff we was agreeing on. But the thing is that I would have never understood if I wasn't listening to what she was saying, the point that she was trying to make. She was valid on one particular point that she wasn't letting go, that she believed in. And then I was expressing my opinion about what I believed in. And it was good. I enjoyed it. I mean, eventually she said, "Baby, uh, I agree." I said, "Let's agree to disagree." And yeah, that's cool. But it didn't. But it was good. I liked the conviction. She shared her conviction. She stood on points that she believed in. I stood on the points that I believed in. And this is a part of living. This is a part of life. This is what makes a relationship strong and true, stand tall. Because I understand her convictions. I understand what she believes in. I understand what she stands for. And I wouldn't have known it if I didn't pay attention and listen to what she had to say all the time. So I enjoy a relationship with her. And if I look at it, okay, now just because it looks good, something that you see on the outside, it may look good to you, it may catch your attention, but here's the thing: the life and the relationship you have with your woman, that can never touch. The peace that you have, the life that you have, that person can't give it to you because this is the person that's giving it to you. Just because it's shining all shiny and glittery doesn't mean that it's good for you. That's only to get your attention so you can be mesmerized by the shininess of the youngness or the newness or the activity that they're giving you. That's just to catch your attention. But it's not something that's substantial. It's not something that's going to give you what you have now. See, when you go after something that's shiny and new, and doing the things that you're not used to having, and you run to that, then you don't truly understand what you're losing. You're losing everything that you built up to this point in your life. You're saying that you're willing to destroy everything that you have up to this point, that you built this sound, solid relationship with something shiny and new that you don't even know if it's going to last or if it's true. You know what you got. You know the blessings that you're receiving. So are you willing to jeopardize all that with something that's shiny and new? I don't know about you, but the life and the relationship that me and my wife built, that's worth more of all the money in the world because it gives me inner peace. She has inner peace that we can actually literally go to sleep and get some serious sleep. That we can sleep within peace. We wake up in peace. We conduct our lives with a smile on our face because our hearts are smiling. I don't know that that will be true if that shiny and new thing that's shining all in my face is going to be like that. Because it took time to build this relationship. It took commitment to build this relationship. It took ups and downs to build this relationship. So I don't know about you. I like where I'm at. And the thing is that my body is in tune with my wife. My body comes alive when my wife touches me. It always has been, always will be. So I'm completely happy with what I'm blessed with. I believe God gave her to me. I believe that a power greater than myself gave me this woman because the relationship that I have, I've never experienced it in my entire life. And we constantly work on our relationship to make it better. We're devoted to making our relationship better. We're devoted on making our lives better. We're devoted on making ourselves better. And That is soulmate, soulmate with material. That's my soulmate material. That's material. That's soulmate material. So if you got someone like that, you better hold on to that because you'll never get that again. You'll never get that again. So if you went from addiction and built your life in recovery, if you went from there and you got into a new relationship that's in recovery, or if you repaired your past relationship and you built a sound relationship in recovery, you know what you had to do to stay clean and sober. You know the steps that you do take to keep your recovery alive and free. So use the same type of energy in your relationship. And understand without a shadow of a doubt that you're an imperfect person. Your mate is an imperfect person. You're both going to make mistakes. So that's when I got my wife's back, she got my back. And usually, if if they make a bad decision, it's not that really that bad. It's nothing that we can't overcome. We work together. See, when you got two working on a problem, the outcome becomes easy, quicker, and it becomes easier when you got two people working on the same problem. And it makes life good. I'm gonna lead with this, and I'm gonna say this. For the time period that I've been with my wife, we both have grown. We both made mistakes. We both we went through the mudslinging. We did it. But our love covered the multitude of sin that we was embarking on ourselves and each other. Our love caused us to do the right thing for each other. Our love for each other caused us to do the right thing. Our love caused us to stand up for each other. Our love caused us to act as one. Our love tells us that we're no better than anybody else, that we make mistakes, but we'll make less mistakes if we sit down and we talk about issues and we come up with a solution to our problems together. Our love teaches us that ain't nobody's business about our relationship. I don't sit up and talk junk on my wife to strangers, friends, or family. If we have issues, we handle it. We we talk. We don't talk at each other. We express ourselves. We don't throw mud at each other. We express ourselves. We went past the stage of throwing mud, trying to make ourselves look better, because we don't want nobody to see our faults. And we all act that way in the beginning of the relationship. But if you want your relationship to have years and years and years, and you want to die old together, then you got to work as a team. Keep everybody out your business. Ladies, don't be sharing your business about your husband and what he's doing and everything. to your girlfriends. Because your girlfriends will turn on you and they'll try to sleep with your husband. Because your husband is better than their husband or their boyfriend. And that's just real. And it's not about jealousy, it's about people being hurt and wishing they had somebody like, and they'll look up to that person for being who they are. And one thing can lead to another. An innocent act can turn into a bad situation. And once you cross that line, some people just can't go back. They can't own up to it. So instead of owning up to it, they accept it and they just keep going with that situation, which destroys the whole relationship, the whole life. And now you have to rebuild your life all over again. And plus, you got to stay clean and sober. Because if you don't, and you allow that situation to take you out and go down the rabbit hole, then you'll be back down in your addiction and you'll destroy everything that you've built. It's that simple. So, men, take the cotton out your ears and put it in your mouth and listen to the person you love. Let them express their feelings. Allow them the ability to be able to express whatever's going on and be comfortable about it. That they're so easy that they're willing they're willing to let you know what's going on. But if they feel they can't express themselves to you, then the relationship is in jeopardy. So the relationship will be in jeopardy because she's going to have to express that feeling or that emotions or her opinion to somebody. And whoever she's expressing it will be able to give their opinion and lead them whatever direction, which will cause them to divert you from your relationship. I don't know why you with him anyway. I know you could do better. Or you might hear, you need to be with me. I know how to treat you. Ladies, don't let them don't share your bedroom talk with your girlfriends. Men, don't share your bedroom talk with your homies. If you have an issue in that matter, you need to be talking to the person you sleep with. Keep it real. See, the more you're open with each other, the more you're open with everything with each other, the more you allow each other to express everything. This is something. This is something that you do that, then nobody can come in and destroy your relationship. Nobody can get in because y'all are a unit. Together we can. By ourselves we cannot. Remember that. I hope I shared some things with you that will help you in recovery and relationships with a person that you love. The Bible says love covers a multitude of sin. And the way I look at that is that the Bible is saying to me that my partner is going to make mistakes. I'm going to make mistakes. But we're going to work together to solve the mistakes. That's where the love covers a multitude of sin, meaning that we're working to rectify the situation together as two people in love. Love covers a multitude of sin, meaning we work together to work out our mistakes. Together, together, together. So the last thing I want to share is that when we truly love someone, we pay attention to them. I'll give you an example. Now, I know when my wife gets in the mood, she don't want to cook. She doesn't have to tell me that she doesn't want to cook. I know her behavior when she doesn't want to cook. So I don't sit up and say, why you don't cook? I just goes in. I love my woman. So I'll go and I'll cook. When I know she's not feeling cooking. She's not feeling it today. Then I know there's times when she gets in that kitchen and excuse me, she gets in that kitchen and she be blowing it up. That smell be tearing my ass up. I be can't wait for the food to get ready. I'm already hungry. And I know this. So this is what I do. See, I pay attention to so I know her habits. If I know her habits tonight, just like when I had my prostate surgery, she already planned with the doctors and the staff that she was staying in the room with me overnight. Because I told her, I said, but I'm gonna stay overnight because if I have any issues with it, I want to be able to make sure that I'm stable. I don't want to have to come back in an ambulance or an emergency situation. You know, within 24 hours, it's robotic surgery. They remove my prostate cancer. They say everything is good. I have no issues whatsoever. I should be in and out. And she already planned. She laid it there right there. I went in did my surgery and everything, and I was laid up in there, and I was not used to that. I was never used to that. Nobody that loved me ever gave me that kind of level of love. That felt so good, so good. All right. I'm happy that you joined and checked me out this morning. You know, there's a few of you that I constantly contact, and I'm so happy that we have a connection. And I appreciate you checking out my videos. I have a lot of videos, and I appreciate you checking them out. I hope that they're a benefit. I hope they make you think. I try to make videos to make you say, this is something to think about, so you can find a solution to a situation that maybe resonated with you. But I just want you to look at all areas of your life because you are your own hero. You went from addiction to recovery. You're cleaning the wreckage of your past. You're living in today. You built a future for yourself. And that took work. It wasn't easy. It took work. So I applaud you for doing the same thing that I had to do. But I had 40 years worth of stuff. I don't know how many years you had to go overcome. I had 40 years worth. And it was super painful. It was super painful and it hurt me deeply of the shit that I did in my addiction. Oh my God. And I'm still alive? A power greater than myself has a purpose for me. I guess this is my purpose. This is why I lived through my 40 years of addiction. I guess this is why. I said, I guess this is why. I lived through my addiction to do this. Thank you for sending gifts and hearts. I appreciate that. I really do. Um, we're moving forward. There's more people that are watching, and there's more people that are commenting, and information as being beneficial to their recovery, and that makes my heart smile because Robert Goodman does not want you to suffer like I suffered for 40 years in addiction. The worst pain in the world, I believe, is to suffer in addiction and not die. This is Robert Goodman, Confessions of My Recovery, here on TikTok, wishing you a great and wonderful day.